Hey guys, and welcome back to another JuacoTacoGaming video. In today's video, we're just going to be going over the Battlefield 2042 beta and my honest thoughts and feelings on it. So, I would say I played around like 5 to 6 hours of this beta, and my honest thoughts and feelings are somewhat mixed. There are some parts of this game I like, and some other parts that I really just don't like. And this is coming from someone who has played Battlefield 4, 1, and 5, so I have played 3 of the previous Battlefield games. And in my opinion, Battlefield 4 was my favorite Battlefield game from those. And obviously, of course, I played Battlefield 2042. And I also pre-ordered this game. I pre-ordered the Gold Edition, so the Gold Edition costs $100, so this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting good from DICE, or 90 if you have EA Play, which I did. But let's just go over the main thing I have with this game. The thing with this beta is the bugs, and Jesus, there are so many bugs in this beta. It's not even funny how many bugs there are in this game. I completely understand why this game got delayed to November, and honestly, I don't even know. I think honestly it wouldn't hurt the game if it got delayed to spring of 2022. That's how bad these bugs are. There's so many bugs and glitches in this game, and there's just so many other things wrong with it. So, let's go over some of the bugs. You can't open, there's no map. Now, I find this weird. Why is there no map? There's no button that tells you how to open the map, and I pressed all the buttons, held all the buttons, there is no map. I searched online, couldn't find anywhere to open the map, and other people were having the same issues. So, why is there no map? Why is this, why? Why is this a glitch? Did you guys not test to see if there was a map? That part drives me crazy. The joining people, the social part, the joining is not that good. Invites are fine, but joining people's parties, even if their squad is empty, it sometimes doesn't even work. So I would think that needs to be reworked, or it's just something. Crossplay in general is not even that good. I liked what Apex did, where you do not get paired with PC players, because most of the time, the games where I had the most fun were the ones where I didn't have that much PC players. So I don't know if it's just that I'm bad or something, but I truly think that I should only get paired with PlayStation and Xbox players, unless I'm playing with a PC player on my team. And as far as I know, you can't even pair up with an Xbox or PC player unless, obviously, you're on that platform. So why is this crossplay? Just why? I don't understand how you get paired with randoms, Xbox and PC players, but you can't team up with your own. And look, there's a flying dude right there. Exactly. There's so many of those glitches where there's just a random flying person, in your helicopter, or in your, what do you call it, tank. Another thing with the tanks and the destruction. The destruction, my god. The previous Battlefield games, I felt nailed the destruction. The destruction was perfect. This game has a good amount of destruction, but I feel they take way too long to break. For some buildings, for example, take no joke, 5 tank shots to break. And it's just why does it take this much? A tank should not be this weak. There was also an elevator glitch where there's a spot on the map, you call in the elevator, the doors still remain closed, but, you could actually go inside even though they were closed. They completely, I think that's that's not even that big of a bug, but that's just something I saw. Visual bugs up the butt. There's, parachutes randomly just coming from people staying. It's just, it's just weird. The dynamic weather, though, I'll give them that. The dynamic weather is pretty cool. The rain, how the gun gets all wet, your character gets all wet. So that is pretty cool. I also do like the slide in this game. That is something that I always thought Battlefield should have, the slide. Let's see, what other bugs are there? I'm trying to think of other bugs. Let's talk about, wait, before we go on to more bugs, let's talk about the characters, which is something that when the game first came out, or not first came out, but was announced, I thought something that would be very cool. But now that I'm playing it, I'm just I don't know which side to agree on. Are these heroes good or are these heroes bad? So basically you have Casper, Maria Felk, Boris, and I believe McKay, I think is his name, the grapple guy. So you have these 4, and there's going to be 4 more, I believe, when the full game comes out. And each one has their own abilities. For example, McKay has a grapple gun, Maria has a Surette pistol, Boris has a turret, and so forth. They each have their own, specific thing, Apex. They each have their own ability. Which, that part I do not know how to feel, whether they have, abilities or not, because something that I always thought was Battlefield was like the assault class, the medic class, the recon. So I don't know how to feel about that. Especially since you can use a sniper with an assault, which is McKay. I felt like they should have kept weapons specific for each class. And you can use ammo boxes for anyone, which, you see, I don't really like that, to be honest. But the biggest thing I have with these characters is that there's no differentiation I can't pronounce it, differentiation between the characters. For example, McKay is a US soldier. So why is he on the Russian team with the exact same voice and uniform? I find it so hard to tell between, is that an enemy or is that a teammate? If I'm playing on the Russian team, there should be like a McKay but with a different name and a different, like, same abilities but just different name. So like name him Bob, and then like, I don't know, just change his outfit. I find it so like, especially because in this game I find it hard to tell who's an enemy and who's a teammate. So this is something that I feel like definitely should be reworked, because it doesn't make sense for Boris the Russian to be on the American team, and you know, it just doesn't make sense. Another thing is the vehicles. The vehicles are, if you're in the passenger seat, the whatchamacallit, the camera angle, it's just all like shaking all over the place. It's just kind of annoying. Spawning on Squadmates is also something that is like, I wish they kept from Battlefield 4 the perspective, like the camera perspective, where you could see from his perspective of your squadmate, just so you could see if you want to spawn there, because I can't tell you how many times I spawned on a player and I died literally right after. So that's annoying. And then sometimes I spawn on someone and it like doesn't even let me, and there says that they're in combat, but they're not really in combat. Like, why is that a thing? Or why is that a glitch? So that is annoying. And I'm trying to think. Is there anything else with the squad mates problem? Oh, and can anyone tell me what squad leader is for? I haven't found a use for squad leader, because a squad leader I always thought was like the one pinging the flags. Everyone can ping the flags in this game, so I don't know what squad leader actually does. Like, you can't even call specific like really strong tanks or anything. So I don't even know. Oh, and I really like the weapon thing where you could select your optics and your things like that, attachments. I really like that, actually. That was something that I thought was really cool. It's a little bit broken where sometimes like I click X and it switches the triangle one, but otherwise I think it's a good feature. Now the feature where you call in, like, as I like to call him, the dog, which is actually just called the ranger, or like a vehicle or something, it's broken for sure. Sometimes sometimes it won't even let me pull out the tablet. Like, I keep clicking L1 and R1 and it just doesn't let me pull it out. I find that super, like, why? Just like, it's just so annoying. And then sometimes I pull the tablet out and it says like it says like for the tanks, since you're only allowed to have two tanks per squad, it's just like, it doesn't let me call it in. Like, I pull the tablet out and I click X and then it just puts the tablet away. Like, it doesn't let me call it. It's just like, I don't know if that's like something, I'm clicking something wrong, or like if I'm supposed to click like, I don't know, or if I'm supposed to be in a specific area and like that area is broken and won't let me call it in. I don't get it. I don't get why it just doesn't let me call it in. And speaking of vehicles, this is something that I thought was a pretty big issue. For example, you can only have 2 tanks for each team. Why only 2 tanks? This map is massive. Why can you only have 2 tanks per team? That is 4 tanks per game on a massive map. This map, it's very big. Orbital is a very big map. Why can you only have 2 tanks? Just like, it should be at least 4 per team at least. Like, this is a huge map. Why can you only have 2 tanks per team? I find that very annoying. Something else I found annoying was that, honestly, I think this map is too big, or there's too little players. Sometimes I find myself just running, finding no fights, and it's just like, 128 players I think is too little for these maps. These maps are massive maps. Sometimes you're just running with, it feels boring because there's nothing to shoot at. There's nobody, and it's just like, just more running and running. It gets boring after a while. It gets repetitive, and that's something that I never thought I would say as a Battlefield fan. Like, I just don't know why. It just gets boring after a while, just running, because this map is way too big for the amount of players. But other than that, I like the guns. I gotta try both of the SMGs, both of the assault rifles. I tried the sniper, which, by the way, the sniper, I hated the sniper. The bullet drop, like, the bullet drop off, right? So, this is supposed to be the future. Not too far future, but this is supposed to be the future. Battlefield 2042 takes place in the year of 2042. Why is there still bullet drops for snipers? Like, okay, but this is like massive bullet drop. I'm not even joking. I wish I had some gameplay for this video. Because the bullet drop is like, oh my god. And then I hit someone with a headshot, and it didn't kill him. The dude was full health. I hit him with a headshot, and it didn't kill him. Why? Every sniper in a video game should always one-hit someone. And I was 99% confident that I shot him in the head. So either they need to completely rework that part, deal 100 damage for headshots, or just make it where, either the hitbox registration is broken as well. The vehicles, like the helicopters, were alright. I didn't really drive them because I kind of suck at that, but I drove the tanks. They felt alright. Driving the tanks feels alright. They feel kind of slow at times, like especially when you see a soldier outrun you, but otherwise I think they're fine. I'm trying to... Oh, when you're down, this is something that's I found very annoying too. When you're down and you're requesting for a revive, why can you not see who is a teammate, who is a medic, and who is an enemy? You can't see any of this stuff. You can't see nearby medics. You can't tell who's an enemy. You can't tell if they're a teammate. You can't tell if they're a squad mate. And it's like, but why? Like, I want to be able to tell. Is this dude a teammate? Is he going to pick me up? Or do I let go? Like, do I just die? It's annoying. You can't even tell that with your squad mates. Look, when I'm down right here, you can't tell anything. It just doesn't work. And that's something that I hope is a bug. I really do hope it's a bug. The mapping the controls. Okay, that is something that you can change the controls, but it just doesn't tell you what the controls are. So, let's say I click custom. It doesn't show a controller to show what the custom controls are. Or if I click southpaw, it doesn't tell me what the controls are. And that's something that's like, I found, hopefully that's a bug again. If that's not, kind of like the map. I hope that's just something that's broken and for the real game will not be so bad. I'm trying to think of something else, of more bugs, because there was a lot of bugs. Oh look, there's a parachute just flying off right there for no reason. Oh yeah, this is something that for the end of the video I wanted to save, but I think I'm just going to say it right now. So, I honestly do feel that Battlefield is going down the Call of Duty way. And that's something that I really hope I'm wrong, but why else would they make it, like, this is completely changing the Battlefield formula, right? Like, having characters, like, having lower vehicles, like, the Battlefield formula has always been vehicles and, like, just more specific classes, but this is just, like, I don't know how I feel about this yet. It honestly, since I pre-ordered the Gold Edition, right, like I said, I'm honestly considering canceling my pre-order, and that's something that I never thought I would say. I always thought, you know, this is going to be an amazing game, and honestly, to be honest, I think the only reason I haven't canceled this game is because of Portal. And I always thought Portal was going to be something that's like, always a side thing that, like, oh, you know, I'll play some Infected or I'll play some gun game today. But it honestly seems like with Portal, I'm going to be able to have more fun than the actual game, like Conquest and stuff, because I'll be able to turn off the specialists, I'll be able to turn off, or be able to make more vehicles for the map, be able to make the map smaller with bubbles, like, just so many more customizable options, which I feel like this is another thing. They gave us Portal for the true OG Battlefield fans like myself, who have played previous Battlefield games and know the original formula. And they're giving us the main game for, like, newer players coming in, like Call of Duty players. And this is something that I honestly don't like, because what about for next Call of Duty games? Call of Duty games, next Battlefield games. What about for the next Battlefield games? Are they just going to repeat this process? I hope not. But yeah, other than that, the beta was fun, I'm not going to lie. The beta was fun. I had some fun with it. I kind of sucked at it at the beginning, but then at the end I started dropping like 20 kill games, which I know is still bad, but better than nothing. There was a good amount of gadgets. There was an RPG, which is in my hand right now. Like one that is for specific helicopters or just aircraft. There was C4, which I think was called C5 or something like that. There's ammo box, medic box or medic crate. They got rid of pouches, which I'm not a big fan of because I prefer pouches over the boxes. They had a repair tool, and I think that's it. So they had a good amount of gadgets. They only had 2 frag grenades. They had just the frag grenade and then like a sensor one, where I didn't even try that one. They had a good amount of weapons, 2 assault rifles, 2 submachine guns, 1 LMG, 1 shotgun, 1 sniper, and 1 marksman weapon, I think. So they had a good amount. I'm trying to think of, like I said, other bugs. If you guys know any of the bugs that you guys saw, put it in the comments. I think I covered it all, most of the bugs. So, I think that's it for this video. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm going to leave the rest of this gameplay so that you guys can see my amazing skills. And as of now, I still have not canceled the game, so I am going to make Battlefield 2042 videos when it comes out in November. And honestly, I wouldn't even feel that bad if this game got canceled till spring, because I truly think this game needs it. There's so many bugs in this game. But with that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
We have complete control of Delta Sector.
Conquest proceeding. We now control most of the region.
Going up! Requesting a Ranger drop at this location. Regroup on my far marker. Need a reload. Motherfucker, under fire! I'm reloading! Hold on! Need ammo!
The American forces have Bravo Sector. Forces are in control of Charlie Sector. Time is running out. American forces must be forced from those sectors.
I'm not gonna last! Help! Up we go! Get hiking, go! Never mind.
All of Delta Sector is under our control.
forces will take every sector if they are to stop.
Time to reload.
The enemy has Bravo sector.
Ah! I need help. Watch my back. Bring in the dog. Ranger requested the marker.